G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Something completely different this week. I often get asked the question during the week, hey, what did you do on the weekend? What did you get up to? And of course, every second weekend, the answer to that is, hey, I was out camping. In my little tent, in my little canoe, minimalist gear, roughing it as they say. And of course, the answer to that is either, oh, that sounds awesome, that sounds wonderful, what gear do you use, what tent do you use, etc, etc. Or I get the answer, oh no, I couldn't do that. No, I'm not into camping, mate. No, absolutely not. Maybe a caravan at best, but I like glamping. Somewhere where I can eat nice and drink nice and sleep comfortably. I couldn't sleep on the ground like you guys, I couldn't do that. And that's because of the perception that camping still really is roughing it. So this week, I just want to dispel the idea that that's actually not the case anymore. So the reality is, you don't have to eat rough anymore, and you don't have to camp rough anymore, I should say. You don't have to eat horrible food. Back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, yes, you used to eat Spam, that type of stuff. You might have to eat things like tin spaghetti, tin baked beans, and that's the perception that a lot of people have of camping, that's what camping's all about, because when they were a youngster, that's what their dad took them camping, that's what they had, and they absolutely hated it. And they think to themselves, nah, I'm not going back to that. I love my food too much and I love my cafes too much and all that type of stuff. But of course, in modern times, we've now got things like these dehydrated packaged meals, which are fantastic. And they don't taste too bad. But once again, you'll hear people complaining about, oh, the flavor's not that nice and oh, it actually made me sick and so forth. But of course, where they come into their own is that they're great if you're going for 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 days and so forth. But if you're just going for 1 night, 2 nights, even 3 nights, you can actually take fresh food, and that's what I want to demonstrate this weekend. So the reality is, you don't actually have to sleep rough, and I'll show you the new sleeping system I purchased, and nor do you have to eat all these canned foods or dehydrated foods. You can eat very, very well, in fact. Now I'm only a little tiny canoe, and I've got a very minimalist setup. But with a little cooler or esky in the back here, I'll demonstrate this weekend hopefully to you all that, hey, you can actually eat as beautifully as you want. You don't have to rough it at all. It's just as easy to cook out on a little campfire and a little cooking setup that I've got as it is at home almost. So join me this week. I really hope you enjoy this video and we'll see how we get on. So I'm just scouting along the side of the lake here. It's a spot I picked up last time I was here. We can actually put a canoe in nicely. There's a bit of a nice flat area to put your tent. So I'm just trying to find that now. Fingers crossed it's still here. Cheers. Always great when you've got the campsite set up. So it's a bit of a windy afternoon. That's okay, I'm tucked up behind the trees here, away from the edge of the water, just to make sure I'm out of sight. Thinking when I want a little campfire later on tonight, I don't want anyone on the far bank or roads or anywhere who might be hiking in the area and so forth to actually see the fire and report it or anything like that. So I got myself a nice little cheese board set up here, which I'll show you some footage of. And I'm just going to sit here and watch the lake, enjoy the afternoon and relax. it's raz. Very nice. That is very, very good. Well, as usual, I'm going to sit here and eat my main meal, enjoy my wine, and I will see you guys at dessert. Cheers. Well, I have to say strawberries and cream is a bit of a treat. The double cream is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to enjoy this, and I will catch you guys for supper. Cup of tea later on. Well, that was a really nice meal. Got all dressed up, nice crockery, steak knives and so forth, and absolutely delicious. Hopefully that shows you can do gourmet cooking when you're out camping. I wanted to follow up on a question I got from a subscriber over the last couple of weeks. We've been chatting on Instagram, and that was around whether I was turning this channel into a fishing channel or not. And the answer was no, I don't want to make this a fishing channel. The only reason I'm doing a lot of fishing at the moment is literally to teach myself to be able to reliably catch fish, whether that's in a lake or a river or an estuary, so that when I go out camping, I literally only have to take an emergency meal, but I can reliably go out, catch a fish and cook that for dinner. And that is literally the end goal. I don't need to catch the most or the biggest fish. That's not the plan here at all. So if you're wondering why I'm doing a lot of fishing, that's the reason why. I have to say I really enjoy it. I love the challenge. It's been a long time since I've been fishing, particularly freshwater and so forth. So really, really enjoying the challenge. There's a lot of new equipment, of course, these days, lures and techniques and so forth. So lots to learn there on YouTube, which is brilliant. So yeah, as I said to the guy on Instagram, it'll never become a fishing channel. It's always just going to be minimalist overlanding, and if I have to can catch fish, then that's less food I have to carry, and that's even better again. So I'm reducing the size of the equipment. I went down and down and down, and simple and easy. So I'm not a big one for doing gourmet meals when I'm out camping. I just want something simple, a burger, a cranksy and a roll, something like that. Some pre-made spaghetti bolognese. It's not a cooking channel either, so it's really about doing something very simple, very easy, but very, very tasty. And of course filling, so a hamburger and things like that really hits that mark. So I am fat and full. I'm going to sit here and look at these stars for the next few hours. I'm far enough outside of Brisbane that I've got a lovely sky full of stars at the moment, which is brilliant. So I'm going to enjoy that, and I'll catch up with you guys for breakfast. Cheers. Oh yeah. Eggs Benedict for breakfast is an absolute treat, I have to say. Might have to do this one again, actually. Not that difficult. But boy, the flavours. Oh my God. Stunning morning here in the lake. Got a beautiful view of the water here, which I'll show you in a moment. Out through the trees. So I'm just going to sit here in this lovely cool morning and enjoy this breakfast. Well, I hope that demonstrates that you can eat whatever you feel like when you go camping, even with the small amount of cooking gear I've got. A frying pan and essentially a pot. You don't need huge amounts of equipment. Yes, I brought crockery. Yes, I brought a suit jacket and so forth, but that was more just for this. But otherwise it would just be my normal stainless steel plate. Don't bring glasses for glasses of wine, etc. But yeah, you can actually eat very, very well. I mean, if I wanted to get really carried away, I could have, like, you know, lobster thermidor or something like that. It's really not that hard. You just got to carry a little bit of equipment. And obviously the tent, beautiful new Cedar Summit sleep system, very, very comfortable. No, I don't always have LED lights strung up around the tent. That was obviously just for effect. You get the idea. That's a pretty comfortable sleep system. I was very comfortable in that last night. Seriously, if you're a side sleeper, back sleeper, doesn't matter, stomach sleeper, you're going to sleep very, very comfortable on that. The sleeping bag itself folds out to be a doona or a duvet. So you've got lots of options there, but very, very comfortable. Lots of room, little table, read a book, watch a videos. I sometimes do on my iPad, etc. And then of course, a lovely gourmet breakfast. Once again, would not normally carry that sort of food with me on an overnight camp. So, not that I got a problem with bacon and eggs, I must admit. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope you get the idea that you don't have to suffer, you don't have to rough it to go camping. And certainly minimalist overlanding, you don't have to rough it either. Even this tiny little 11.5-foot canoe, I can still travel and camp very, very comfortably. You just don't need all the equipment. I had one person say to me once that, oh yeah, I couldn't be bothered with all the putting up and all the setting down and everything else. And that's an interesting point in itself, because people say, oh, I couldn't be bothered, you know, pitching up a tent and all that sort of stuff and setting up the bed and everything else. I just want a caravan where I can essentially pull up and, you know, jump in the caravan, cook a meal, have a cold drink and hop into bed. Reality is, it's nothing like that. So a little campground I went to a couple of weeks ago, there was a lovely couple there, about my age, touring around Australia in a four-wheel drive in a caravan. And I pulled up. I had my tent, my bedroom set up before they'd even got the caravan set up on the actual site itself, leveling it, backing it in, reversing it in, pulling all the tables and chairs out, setting up the awning and so forth. So they were not set up any faster than me. And I was up and gone well before them the next morning. So the idea that a caravan's going to make it easy for you, or a, you know, big tent or whatever else, no, that's actually not the case at all. So don't get me wrong, I get the idea of caravans, I do, I really do. Particularly if you've got small kids, great idea. Particularly if it rains and so forth, you can hop inside, nice and comfortable, I get it, I really do. But I just wanted to show that if you want to go minimalist, you can, still eat well, still sleep well, and get out and enjoy the great outdoors. So as usual, I'll wrap it up for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for those that watched to the end. If you like these videos, do me a favour and subscribe or hit the like button. They do only come out every 2 weeks. So if you subscribe and put the notification bell, you'll be notified when the next video goes up. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye for now.